Sing it if you know it. New reaction from Democrats as Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell puts a date on the calendar to force lawmakers to state where they stand on the controversial Green New Deal, the Green Dream. The plan has been championed by freshman Democrat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Leader McConnell plans to hold a procedural vote later this month and then advance it to a full vote. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calling it a political stunt, how dare you, and looking to put Republicans on the defensive. Chuck?
We are totally unified. Everyone knows that this bill is a sham, and we are going to ask our Republican colleagues to answer three simple questions. Thus far, they've refused to answer them. One, is climate change real? Two, is it caused by human activity? And three, should Congress do something about it? The fact that they're afraid to answer those three simple questions with no prescription as to what to do puts them on defense. And that's where we have them, and that's where we're going to keep them.
Yeah, not really. Meantime, the AFL-CIO, the largest group of labor unions in the country, coming out against the Green New Deal. That's problematic, calling it unrealistic, and saying in a letter, quote, "We will not accept proposals that could cause immediate harm to millions of our members and their families." Here's Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez's response to that.
There's so much work to do in transitioning to 100% renewable energy, and we have to do that work with union labor. We have to do that work with by reinvigorating our entire workforce. So I don't think that I don't think that it's representative of an actual split.
That's funny because this isn't representative of an actual plan, so that makes perfect sense. But when you've got the largest labor union in the country against your largest socialistic proposal, I think the left might have a few chasms here.
A lot to unravel there. I would say a couple things. One is smart move by McConnell. My guess is all the Democrats are just going to vote present. They're going to make it like
so cowardly.
So they're going to make it like it's a sham because it was just a resolution. It wasn't a legislative policy. Secondly, where I think the Green New Deal made a big mistake is they shouldn't have included health care. They shouldn't have included jobs guaranteed. I think those things made it about we call it a big kitchen sink as opposed to isolating it to climate change. And therefore, I would have said to the Republicans, just like I said in healthcare is a right and there is a climate problem. Let them say, no, there's no climate problem. So I think they're going to have to, I think the Dems are going to have to rearrange this a bit and say they're for climate change and not force everyone to check the box on something as we've seen that says, you know, there's no such thing as a guaranteed job for all.
Well, if you don't want a vote, why put it in writing?
Well, it is interesting. I mean, it's 14 pages. It's technically an outline.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and so you saw Dick Durbin, Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat, big time, say, well, what the heck is this?
Right.
And I'm quoting him.
Right.
I have a 12-year-old who just made the basketball playoffs. Their second game through. So a lot of my metaphors will deal with that. I think that Senator McConnell just made a baller move.
Yeah, no, listen,
he did. I mean,
I said it right away. Great move.
That is bold, and it gets them on the record, and present doesn't count. I agree with Kennedy. Well, that's like checking I'm here.
It's an idea that he deserves to give credit to the Wall Street Journal editorial board, who on February 11th said just this.
Yeah, but he had to do it.
No, but vote on the Green New Deal, and then he announced the day, I think, after that he was going to move on it.
It's his announcement.
So it was an idea from the editorial board.
And he was wearing a green tie.
This wasn't. This isn't even an out. This is an outline that only makes sense in like the world of HR Puffin stuff.
Yeah. Well,
and Jimmy and Witchy Poo can explain what it means. But listen, I want the Democrats, if they're going to get behind something this idiotic, I want them to step up and say, okay, everybody in this country, okay, the working poor, lower income Americans, we're going to drive your electricity prices through the roof, and we're going to basically increase the price of gasoline, maybe $5 a gallon.
That is such a good point. So what are some of the other costs here? What are some of the other consequences?
I seem to recall a former president on the campaign trail saying he didn't mind doubling or tripling people's electricity costs by shutting down coal mines. And that was a problem. And as we saw, fueled the economic votes for Donald Trump in 2016. But the costs are enormous. I mean, this thing costs, what, $91 trillion when it comes down to it. And the fact is that you can say that it's garbage because it is, but this is a test for 2020 candidates that are Democrats. Beto O'Rourke, Bob O'Rourke, he declared yesterday that he was running for president, and he said that we're going to save the human race from extinction. You have Amy Klobuchar on record saying, I may have changed some things in the Green New Deal if we were actually voting on it, but I do support it as an idea. You have a number of Democrats who are running for president in the Senate right now who are going to have to vote on this, and if they vote present, they're not only being cowardly about it, but they've already said publicly
they're not taking a firm, solid stance on the most critical issue.
Are they deniers now?
Something that's a non-binding resolution. Does voting on it give it more credence? Does it give it more credibility that, this is a thing now? Because if you look at it, it isn't a thing necessarily. It's just a group of ideas.
It isn't a thing.
But does it become more solidified by putting it on?
They're all endorsing it on the campaign trail.
Well, and even Nancy Pelosi, she says, I don't understand why.
She called it a green dream, by the way.
She doesn't understand why people are endorsing it yet because they don't know what it is. But does it become more real is my question for you.
I don't think it does because I think you can have two narratives. And it depends because we live in this polarizing society, which narrative you want to listen to. And the Democrats and our voters are going to say climate change is important and Republicans don't think it is. And the Republicans are going to say...
Don't employ the straw man. There's plenty of Republicans who've come out and said, absolutely, climate change is real. We have to do something. We have to do it without sacrificing our economy.
Okay. And there's an opening.
Someone with an economics background, you understand that better than anyone.
And how many Republicans have come out hard against the president when he decided to be one of the 2 countries in the world to leave the Paris Accord?
Sometimes you have to make
I have not heard them speak truth to power on that one.
Some people believe addressing the environmental problem through the private sector, not through big government. That hasn't really done a whole lot when it comes
to how emissions have declined 30% in power production in this country because of natural gas, because of private industry. And if any Democrat has the guts to call themselves a capitalist, I think Beto O'Rourke even did that, then they might be able to run on that.
I'm a capitalist too, don't worry.
I know, but you're just sitting here on the sofa and not running for office, my friend.
And I never will.
And why not employ a little more nuclear power in this country? That's clean.
Yeah, listen, I think I've been very clear. You would not have seen me sign off for the Green New Deal the way it is. Okay.
Heresy.
I know. Well, no, there are a lot of. By the way, Joe Biden's not going to sign off for this, and Beto did not say I support the Green New Deal.
He said he's going to save us from extinction, which apparently the Green New Deal does too.
All right.